It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Dirty Birds and the Niners on Sunday Night Primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. We are bundled up. This should be a fun one. So glad you're with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, we love watching and calling snow games, but you played in weather like this. What's it like?
Oh, man, there is nothing better. Kind of brings you back to your roots of having a snow day, a day off of school, and just get all your buddies in the neighborhood and just go play outside. But in all seriousness, it actually really benefits the offense. I mean, people always are questioning the passing game and whatnot. The offense knows where they're going. It's on the defense to react, and that's where the footing and that's where the snow really has its biggest effect. I think today, for both teams, advantage offense.
Here's Jake Moody to get this one kicked off. And through the snowflakes, off we go here on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
Rookie from Washington on target with that one. It is a first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Finds an alley to the 35. And he's going to be taken down, but not until he reaches the 20-yard line.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
They'll throw on first down with Penix. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And the Falcons are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And he'll take it on in. Drake London. Touchdown, Atlanta. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems, Mike, the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. He'll grab it at the 12. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Led out by the last pick in the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted first overall or, in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes. So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's complete to Pearsall. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And he'll get it down to the 12. And that'll give him a new set of downs from in close.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on first down. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He pulls it in around the 5. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. Through the snowflakes, this one good. And the 49ers come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Jamal Agnew now to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Falcons offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. That's caught right side. It's London. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. A give, and here comes Robinson. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. Now, deep ball for London. And he will score. Drake London. Touchdown Falcons. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Here's Coop for the extra point. These kicks not a given in the snow, but this one is good. And the Falcons will move out to a 14-7 lead. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. Now a return coming from the 14. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. J.D. Bertrand able to bring him down. Second down and 8. A run with the man from Louisville, Isaac Guerendo.
I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage?
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On 4th down, here comes the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50 and set up the offense with a short field. Here comes Drake London, the rest of that Atlanta offense getting set to take over once more. And what a start he's off to. You don't want to start prorating numbers out for 4 quarters, but fair to say, defense, and they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Now Penix to throw on second down. That's caught left side by Pitts.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Now Penix on third and long. That's complete. He's got it to London. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Robinson. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. That is caught. What a throw. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Atlanta. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
On is Koo for the point after. The kick is good. And the Falcons will take a 21-7 lead. So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. And that will lead to a 2nd down. On the ground, it's McCaffrey. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming. Slot receiver headed right. 3rd down. Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On comes Thomas Morstead. And he'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Falcons offense and Drake London set to take over once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. And he'll take this up past the 40, a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Pitts is the man in motion. On 2nd down, Penix. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And now it's going to be 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Penix. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. They'll get 19 out of that play. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The rest of this game is all going to come down to getting stops. You find yourself down pretty big here in the first half. You have to get the ball back to your offense as many times as possible. But you can't keep giving up scoring drives, whether it's field goals or touchdowns. You need punts. You need takeaways. Give your offense a chance to start climbing back.
Pitts is the man in motion. From the gun, it's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The drag route, we used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
On 3rd down, Penix. That's caught. Ray McLeod. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
They'll run it here with Robinson. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll throw. It's Penix. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. And Penix. It is brought in the end zone. Ray McLeod. Touchdown, Falcons. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in this first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
Here's Coop for the extra point. Through the snowflakes. This one good. And the Falcons add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. Here comes a return from the 5. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Niners offense getting set to get back to work. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. On the zone read, a give to Garendo. On second down, Purdy. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it's going to be third down.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Third and short. Purdy. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On first and 10, Purdy. That's hauled in once again. It's Ayuk. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Purdy gonna put it up again. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. Throwing again is Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Mike, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide, of course, out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL.
Again in the air for Purdy. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
3rd and long. Here's Purdy. Over the middle to Ayuk, complete. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This one from 49. And he missed it. It's no good. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit.
I can tell you firsthand, Mike, snowy conditions are tough for everybody, but they can be especially tough on the kickers. You just can't practice this. There's nothing you can do to simulate your plant foot, the ground. In this case, it winds up no good.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. To the left side in the hands of London. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a 1st down.
This is a great opportunity now for the offense to really seize control of this game. They just saw their opponent miss a field goal try, come out aggressive on the ensuing possession, strike deep early. Now see if they can put this drive together and end it with some points.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On play action, Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
He'll try to run for it. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout. Fourth down, and the Falcons turn to Younghoe Koo for the field goal. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Falcons are in the lead as we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far. But there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we ready ourselves for the second half to follow. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. Making the read and keeping it. And that's not going to yield a whole lot. Up to about the 28-yard line.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 9. A run here with McCaffrey. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. J.D. Bertrand able to bring him down. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He's going to let this one go deep. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes, on point with his receivers right throughout, and continuing to master running and executing this offense. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Another run here for Robinson. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. They'll take this inside the 40 to the 39, but most importantly, they've got it. That's a 1st down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
On the option, here's Robinson. Not much to work with there. He'll get down to about the 22. Here's a 2nd and 9. We'll go play action now with Penix. He's got it inside the 5. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Atlanta. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
On is Koo for the point after. He's got it. And the Falcons will extend this third quarter lead. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line, and that's where the offense will take the field. The Niners offense ready to take over once again. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. That's over the middle to Kittle. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. A give for McCaffrey running right. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Again, it's McCaffrey. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Purdy. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down. That's 17 yards, and that's a 1st down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the 1st down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
To throw on 1st down is Purdy. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Caught. This is Ayuk. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. And they'll run here with McCaffrey. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Ball is at the 8 for 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He's got it at the 3. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. Third and goal. Purdy going to keep this one himself. And he will power his way into the end zone. Brock Purdy. Touchdown, San Francisco. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
On is Moody to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the 49ers are able to edge a bit closer. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Ray McLeod on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. And as we look back at some of the highlights of this one, Greg, definitely a lot to show from the passing game.
Yeah, and as good as the offense feels about their passing game, I think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got a lot of learning to do because you just get burned time and time again. You'd think at some point you'd make an adjustment and make a correction. So at this point, they've given up 4 touchdown passes. You're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL giving up that production in one phase of the game.
On second down, here's Penix. Open man, he's got it. It's London. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Penix on third down. And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
So on fourth down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. Jacob Cowing deep to receive it. Ball security a must in these conditions. Fair catch called for and taken without issue. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. He's got a man. That's Kittle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Purdy works out of the pistol. Open man downfield is Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Purdy now on 2nd down. That's caught by McCaffrey. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Slot man in motion right. On 3rd and long, Purdy to throw. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st, so it'll bring up 4th down.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is, and he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch, and even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks. You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
1st and 10 now from the 36. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll take this up past the 40, a pickup of 5. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he's going to take this past the 45, and that's good enough for a 1st down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. A give left side. Here comes Robinson. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground, The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Second and 11. They run over center with Robinson. And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. Taking off, he'll try to get there. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. And you could maybe put this one in the surprise column. They're a team certainly not accustomed to practicing in, much less playing in the snow. They had a game plan. They made it work. They're going to get out of here to warmer climates, warmed by a victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.